Hello, welcome. I'm Ronald the Powerwork Builder. Today we're working on video bag 2 of the Ford GT40 MK2. We left off with bag 1 and we started on bag number 2. So this is part of bag number 2. There was a slight glitch in the video, so I had to start over again, but pardon me if I didn't, take this all apart and like redo it. But here's how we started out with. So there's our instructions on how we started it. So we can just connect this to this. Yeah, the glitch that happened, I never had that happen before. I mean, I've always had the camera right here, and I mean, I've had it fall over, maybe once, but I've never had it actually fall over to the point where it shuts it off, so that way the video is ruined. Okay, but that's what happened. So we got these pins in here. They're just loosely fit in there, and I was trying to get that one pin in when that happened, and then this goes on the top because this is what holds those pins in. So now once that piece is in, these pins can't fall out anymore. Alright, so now we just got to be a little bit more careful with, I guess, shaking the table. So now we got this piece, and this just goes right over this blue part. And there should be another one. Here it is. I've almost been tempted to invest in like a little clip, because I've got the tablet sitting on top of the computer, so that way, you know, the computer can kind of tilt the screen. And I've been thinking about getting a clip to hold the two together, so that way it doesn't fall over. Okay, so we want, how do we want this to go? So we want, okay, I think they want this to go long and in. No, that's not right, because this says got to be flat. Okay, so how about we try that end? No, that's too, I think you gotta go this way. Oh, never mind. I'm trying to put it in the wrong end. It goes through here into there, but it is the long end that goes in. I was just trying to put it in the wrong. Now I could see that being a little fiddly. Trying to squeeze that pin in between here. I can't quite get my fingers in there. There we go. So those little blue pins are in there. Okay, so now we need to put that there. And then we need to put this here. So this will be a pin eventually. But for now, they're just telling us to put it in a little bit. Because you want so those go like that. Because then you're taking, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're taking this long piece versus the short piece. With this upside down, so you got the orientation right. This is going to go back here and then push that in. So that goes right there with that pin pushed in. Okay. All right, now comes the fun bit. So we need to take this and this, pop it together. One of the small yellow rod, because you do have a longer one, but you want the small one. And then the black little gear. I'm going to put the black gear in there. I'm going to push this. So now that's in like that. So that kind of turns there. Okay, then we'll take two of these, the little black pin, and we're going to stick these on the top of here, so that it goes right there. Okay, then we need this, and we need this, and one of our little red pins. So there you go. So you need two of those actually. And then, let's see, then you need this. On one side, this on the other side, and then this contraption goes on the two little blue pins like that. I just gotta reverse this pin. So, just like that. Okay, then 4, 5, so we need another long one. That pin. Put this in here like that. put that on. And you want the plus part in the front of the blue pin. That. And then we want 2 more blue pins, but we want the shorter end in first. So that way it looks like that. And then we'll take one of these small ones. Squeeze that over the blue. So that looks like that. And then take the other one, the other longer one, and we sandwich it on there to look like that. With this, like that. Okay, then we need that white piece. That has to go in the middle. And then our blue pin holds that in. Okay. And then we take these 2 little pieces and put them together. So we got 2 little pieces with that blue. Now I'm going to take a long yellow rod. Shove that through. Put that on there. That on there. And then this all goes on here, just like that. Now we'll take our bigger piece, a little red dot here, yellow over there, squeeze that on, and I'll take this with a gear. We'll put the gear on the shorter end. Then we'll stick that in. And then this goes over the yellow, or over that white piece. So now it looks like that. And then we take our other funky little pieces, put it together with this little gear. So now, see, that's all together. So there you go. And then that goes on here. Like that. And then these two go together. And this goes to here. Alright, and take two more of these little thin pieces, put them together. Then it looks like these go on there like that, so you can see. And then this gray rod then goes on this side. And then we take this and I push this yellow rod back through. So that way it connects the bottom. So there's that. Okay, so then okay, so I guess we're just putting two silver stickers on here. So, like that. Okay, then what we need is our last little brown pin and the gear. And that just sits in the top. That's all it says. Okay. And then it's saying to put that end over the yellow end. So it'll just kind of look like that. I mean, it doesn't stay in there at the moment. Just kind of sits there. Okay, so now let's see, I gotta figure out. Oh, okay. Oops. I see how it just kind of sits in there at the moment. So it just kind of sits in there like that at the moment. And like I said, I think this is supposed to be to turn it, but it doesn't. But I can only do it by hand at the moment. I'm sure it'll become apparent how to do that. Okay, so then take two of these for both sides. So you got and one of these brown pins. Putting them together. And now the chore is figuring out how to. Okay, so it looks like it goes on this black part. And then it just kind of, yeah, just, well, until that fell off. It just kind of sits there like that at the moment. I think yeah, 'cause it almost seems like it would fit in that hole, but they show that hole is up above that, so we'll it'll all figure out here in a minute. For now, that's what they say to do with that. Oh, I bet you there might be something that connects to these two pieces. Okay, now we take this, put that there, and then this here. Okay, and then with it orientated like this, Yep. So we'll take this. We'll push. Yep, this is all going to tie together now. Okay, so that looks like that. So it connects to the two black pins up here, and then it also connects to the pin back there, that little part there. This one little pin just is refusing to cooperate. There you go. So that one looks like that. So now this can't move anywhere. And it's weird because this shows that rod is all the way down. There's no yellow, but I don't know. I don't know how you would pull that all the way down. Oh, there you go. I guess it does go all the way down. You just gotta adjust it once you got the pins in place. Okay, so now looks like we're putting two of these together. And then these are going to go over the blue pins. So it looks just like that. Okay, and we'll take our long red rods, put them together, this on the top, so it looks like that. And that one looks like that. Okay. So okay, so I see this goes back here. Okay, so I got that one on right, but this one, I just need to flip that. There we go. So that's how those look. And that's the end of bag 3. But the thing is, I think I figured out what my problem is here. I think I missed a little bit of this stage here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna pull this apart. I just figured out what I did wrong here. But I can't seem to. This little black collar was supposed to go on top of that. This, and then when I put this in, then it stays in place. But I forgot that collar, and I just don't know how to fix that. But I'll fix it off camera. Thanks for joining me for bag number 2. I'll be back soon with bag number 3. Have a good day.